the graveyard, look. It's another Lamb of God. There's 2 children buried here.
Our nation is a young one, but in less than 10 generations we've managed to forget some of the people who came before us. We can see them in our own faces, but yet we don't know their names. They say someone is not truly gone until their name is said for the last time. This week we are going to venture out and search for a forgotten cemetery with people inside of it whose names have not even been whispered for a very long time. This place and people have been lost to the forest for over 140 years.
Today we're going to be doing something pretty amazing. A neighbor, which is a friend, contacted me. Now she owns a bunch of property and she said she has an old cemetery on her property. We're going to go and see if we can find that cemetery. I do have my metal detector and obviously I'm not going to detect the cemetery, but I'm thinking it possibly might be a cemetery to an old house and the homestead should be close by. We'll metal detect a little bit, but our primary goal is to find a cemetery and hopefully find Colonel Walker's grave site. If you guys like this kind of content, like and subscribe, and it'll help us get out and find more of these sites. Let's go. Every once in a while I gotta get off and check my ATV. The ground's so uneven that when my ATV shifts back and forth, the joints want to come out of their socket. So, all right, we're good to go here. Alright guys, we're going to go the rest of the way on foot here. Somewhere at the top of this large hill is the cemetery. It's inside the tree line. Hopefully we'll be able to find it. But this field here has been strip mined, unfortunately. More and more Pennsylvania is becoming strip mined, and it erases a lot of the history. A lot of the sites that I find on maps, I end up going to the location to get permission and they're long gone. The property's been strip mined. So hopefully that's not the case up here. Hopefully it's untouched. The landowner says that she had seen it, it's in there, so we're gonna go and see if we can find it. To the top here, got another 200 yards, but I'm going to take a break, get something to drink. But I wanted to show you something here. I don't know if you guys have ever seen this. So you ever notice these little bubbles in these grass? You ever wonder what that's making those bubbles? There's actually a bug in there, and I'm going to set you up and see if I can show you what it is here. I don't know the name of it, but I always found it pretty fascinating. So let me go ahead and set you up here. All right. So there's the bubbles there. But let me see if I can get you. I don't know if this is a nuisance bug or what, but right in there, it's making all them bubbles. There he is right there. Can you see that? He's a cute little thing. There he's walking. There's actually a couple of them. Maybe a male and a female. There they are. But next time you see those bubbles, that's what's making them. I don't know if that's focused in or not, but yeah, that's what's making them. I'll try to find a name of those and post them. But we'll put them back in the grass here. There you go. Just come up over that. And when they stripped this field, they created must have been a drainage ditch here to prevent runoff. So we're gonna use that to our advantage and head over to the tree line here. Sometimes these old strip jobs, they'll be road, they'll have a big old mudslide. A big portion of the earth will come out. Actually, it's probably what happened right there. Right where that brown stuff is. That's all blackberry bushes. There's probably a little bit of a mudslide right there. But anyways, that's probably why they stuck this in. Almost to the tree line, guys. Somewhere in them trees supposedly is a cemetery. So we're gonna get in there and check it out. Maybe an old home site, maybe an old school or church. So look at all the blackberry bushes right there. Boy, we should have decided to do this in another 3 weeks. 4 weeks would have had some snacks. Looks awful thick right there. I'm gonna go up around this blackberry patch. Let's check out the view real quick. Pennsylvania is a beautiful state. All right, guys, finally made it to the top here, and we're gonna be heading in the woods. Looks like there's a deer trail right here. We're gonna head in right here and hopefully come across something here. All right. Man, it's a lot cooler already. I can feel it in the shade. All right, we'll start looking around. I see some big trees, but it definitely looks like it's been logged before. Okay. A little bit more open in here, but it does appear it's been logged before. There's no big timber anywhere. So I'm on this deer trail. I don't know if you can see that deer trail right there. We're just gonna follow this out to this point. You know, this field was strip mined. So you would think that they wouldn't have strip mined where the grave sites were. So I'm sure that's against the law. But oh, it's getting thick in here now. Oop. Over here. Opens up right here a little bit. Ouch! Damn. Whew. Thorns are bad. Maybe we'll go around this here. Oh my God, here it is. Here's the graveyard, look. Right there's a headstone. Oh my goodness. There's a big tree here. Oh, there's one right here too. Let me turn you around. Look at this. There's a tombstone right here. I gotta watch where I walk in here. I can barely see them. Right at the base of that tree is one. Oh, there's a stone right here too. It's just a upright stone. That one has a name on it. There's another one right here. Oh my goodness. Looks like a footstone maybe. So that's 1, 2, 3. Let's keep looking here. There's one there, a big one. I really gotta watch where I walk in here. Can't believe we found it, guys. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wow. Oh, there's one here toppled over. Oh my goodness. Oh, I almost stepped on one. Right here's one too. Oh my gosh. There's no writing on it that I can see. Really gotta watch. Wow. What a peaceful place to rest. Look at this, guys. I can already see a name on that one, Elizabeth. We're gonna get all these names together here. Is that one? No, that's a root. Right there he is, guys. This is Robert K. Walker. And it has some kind of a design up here. Oh, it's a tree. Then it has something really nice is written down here. I wish we could read that. I did bring some paper just in case we found this with a crayon to see if we can figure this out. Guys, we found it. I can't believe it. We found it right at the top of this hill. Now, who knows if there was a church or a home site close by. I really want to look in here to see if we can find any more, but this may have belonged to a house. We're on the west side of the Appalachian Mountains, and this area really didn't start getting settled until the early 1800s. You know, there were people here prior to that, and you know, they were considered, I guess you could call them squatters. But around the early 1800s, 1805-ish, they started giving these properties to these people, actually giving ownership to them. So that's the first documented home sites. It was the early 1800s. Now, the Colonel Robert Walker that I found, he would have fought either in the Revolutionary War or the War of 1812. So it's very possible this man was named after him. Probably definitely Ken. Maybe Colonel Walker's name is on one of these other headstones, but we're gonna figure it out. Okay, so we have Elizabeth, Elizabeth, born November 2nd, 1837, died August 14th, 1850 something. She died as a teenager. Oh my, look here, guys. So the other one had an oak tree or a maple tree on it. That's the Lamb of God. So I believe that signifies youth, if I'm not mistaken. So she died when she was a child. All right, here's one here. This is Ida Bell. Ida Bell, aged 2 years and 1 month. Oh my goodness. And look, guys, it's another Lamb of God. There's 2 children buried here. And then you have this little footstone here. Maybe that's her footstone to this headstone. Maybe that's where she laid. That's her footstone, that's her headstone. There's another one here that's deliberately stood up. So there was probably somebody else that was buried right here, right next to this big tree. Let's see if we can get a name off of this one. Oh, it's the back of it. We're not going to be able to get anything off of this one, I don't think, unfortunately. That is so sad. That probably weighs about 1,000 pounds. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna get the paper out. We're gonna see if we can read these headstones. And I don't know if it'll work or not, but we're gonna try. And then yeah, and then if I have any time left, we're gonna work the woods here back. Obviously, we're not gonna metal detect the cemetery here, but we'll work back and see if we can find any home sites or any churches or anything like that out that way. See that. So there's the tree. I'll look up for sure what exactly that symbolizes. Okay, before I move on, guys, I did a quick Google search. This is a weeping willow tree, and it signifies sadness, tears, and somebody that had left too early. It also can signify immortality. Let's see if we can figure out what this says. All right, this is gonna be a little harder. If you guys can maybe pause that and read it, maybe. It's very hard to read, but I'm sure it's some kind of quote, or I think they're called epitaphs. But what a peaceful place to rest. You know, if I ever could pick a spot to be buried, it would be a spot like this, amongst the trees and the wildlife, not in a big cemetery with thousands of other people. As I alluded to in the beginning, you know, they say that a person is not truly gone until their name is said for the last time. We were able to come to this cemetery and speak the names of 3 people. We speak their names one more time, so they'll live on. There's an old epitaph, and it reads, "Think of me as you walk by, for as you are, so once was I, and as I am, you will be for all eternity." Thanks for watching.
Do you have a forgotten loved one in your distant or recent past? Will people forget you when you're gone? What things can you do now so that your name is not lost to the forest?